Just 2 games left after tonight. Things are getting interesting in the tank race. Yes, Utah lost, but in the real way, they won. Let's talk about it. It's the Hoops Nerd Show. All right, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, obviously. If you're on the Twitch stream, there's usually like 1 or 2, but we'll take it. Go ahead and give me a follow. And if you're on the podcast, make sure you give me a follow. I am still not quite right, but feeling a tiny bit better. But it's been a struggle. I don't know why. Why do the kids bring home the sickness? I don't know, but that's what they do. Anyways, let's get back into this. So it was a successful night for the Utah Jazz, losing to the New Orleans Pelicans tonight. This was, Utah's gotten really good at this losing thing. They know what they're doing. They make little adjustments during the game and things just kind of fall apart, usually in the second half. And that's what happened tonight. Utah got the doors blown off at one point and, end up losing this game. You'll notice, though, that not only did the Utah Jazz lose, but the Brooklyn Nets, they won tonight. And Brooklyn Nets Twitter, they were absolutely losing their minds. They want to fire their coach. They want to give up everything. They want to get rid of their owner. It's delicious. It's wonderful. It's stupendous. I love it. They beat the Milwaukee Bucks. You got Doc Rivers saying he's ready to go home and not coach anymore. They still have games to play, and he's already talking about leaving. Things are going well for the Jazz. Ball is life. Kings are such a pathetic franchise. Had a chance to beat the retirement home G League Warriors and just fell apart. Oh, let's talk about that for a second. So they were up by 2 points, and one of 2 things happened because there was like a minute and a half left. And obviously Steph was back in, so the Warriors were trying to win. But the Kings were doing pretty well, and they were up to, they start fouling Seth Curry, who is an 86% free throw shooter, to send him to the line immediately. Christie, is it Steve Christie? I can't remember. He's either the dumbest, stupidest head coach in the NBA. He is very bad at his job, like very bad. He's not coaching next year, although if it's the Kings, you never know. They're the worst franchise in the NBA. I think it's pretty safe to say. Outside, there's a fight there between the Bulls and the Pelicans and the Kings, but I think you got to give it to the Kings as the most depressing franchise in existence. Maybe in all of sports, the Kings are truly just a depression machine. But anyways, they're up 2. They actually have a chance to pull away, and they start fouling Seth Curry to put him in the line. And eventually it gives the Warriors momentum enough to win the game. They missed some shots. They had, Doug McDermott coming off, and he looks about as in shape as me, coming off screens to shoot threes. And he wasn't making them. So that's one thing I'm not going to miss about this tanking thing, other than, the constant losing and the same narrative every night. But rooting for other teams like the Kings, like the Nets, I'm not going to miss rooting for the Kings ever again. I can't stand watching the Kings. They are terrible. I've gotten to know this Kings team pretty well. That's pretty sad. Like Dylan Caldwell, their center, the rookie, he's pretty good. He's like one of the better shot blocking rookies in this draft class. I shouldn't know that. Nate Clifford is really annoying. He's pretty good driving to the basket, but he's not that great. He's overrated. He was one of those guys in the draft that all the draft guys that they just go look at box scores and come up with different analytics said he was going to be the next greatest thing, and he's not. He's fine. But, well, I'm just annoyed that the Kings didn't win as well, because that would have locked in the Jazz at this 4 spot. So now Utah is left with 2 more games, one against the Grizzlies, one against the Lakers. The problem is the Lakers have Reeves and Luka out for injury. They have Vanderbilt yelling at JJ Redick, who appears to be having a struggle with this team right now. Not great. So Utah's got to figure out how to lose to the Lakers, and they got to figure out how to lose to the the Memphis Grizzlies, who are behind the Jazz. Got the longest losing streak of anyone. Memphis, it looks like, they've lost 5 in a row. Utah has lost 10 in a row. It's the longest losing streak in the NBA right now. The Utah Jazz are doing a great job of tanking to finish this season. And if they can just lose out. By the way, so we talked about it a little bit. Brooklyn won tonight. They beat the Bucks. And if you want to know what's exciting, look at this. We go to the remaining schedule strength. Utah has Memphis and LA right there. Look at this. Sacramento has 2 very winnable games. Portland is putrid. They can beat Portland. And they're playing the Warriors, which they probably should have beat them tonight. I think that's going to be in Sacramento. And we'll see if Steph even plays in that one. I hope not. But if he does, then, we'll see. But that's 2 very winnable games for Sacramento. Utah is going to tank Mog, whatever it's called, whatever the kids say, and they're going to lose to the Lakers. And then you look at Brooklyn here. Look at this. They have Toronto. They have Indiana and the Bucks again to end the season. Now, Shams was saying something about Giannis might be trying to get back. I doubt it. There's no reason for Giannis to even play any of these regular season games. Why would he play? Why would he play to risk injury? I don't know. The Bucks are, you could be the Bucks and be one of the most depressing franchises in the league right now. I guess they did win a title, but who'd you rather be? The Bucks, who are inevitably going to have to trade Giannis, who's lost all his trade value, or the Utah Jazz on the rise? I'd take the Jazz, especially if the Jazz win the lottery. Can you imagine? Man, my nose is running like crazy, guys. So it's things are looking very positive for Utah. Right now, they are tied for that 4th spot in the lottery right there. And I think they have a real shot to get to this 3. If Brooklyn or Sacramento win one more game, which seems very possible, Utah gets to the 3 with the 52% shot at a top 4 pick. Just incredible turnaround for this Jazz team, who, remember, beat the Boston Celtics in Boston this year, beat Wembanyama and the Spurs in San Antonio this year. Crazy. If they had not won just one of those games, where would they be right now? Right? In the driver's seat. Inside track. Instead, this. Right? The game that we got fined on, the Orlando Magic. If Utah had not played Jaren Jackson Jr. those 3 games. Why? Anyways, really annoying. So the Clippers tonight, by the way, I'm rooting for the Clippers because I do not want the Thunder to have a chance at another lottery pick. I think it's very satisfying that they won't get a lottery pick from the Jazz or the Clippers. Now, they'll get the 15th pick's pretty good, but that's it, So it makes me happy. By the way, how is that going with the Clippers and Mavs? Yeah, Clippers up. Looks like they're pulling away, so that's nice. All right. We got to give credit to the Pelicans, although the Jazz were trying to lose this game. But 40 points for Jeremiah Fears. Good for him. It was a good Jordan Poole game as well. I mean, basically, they all scored a lot. 25 for Hawkins, 34 for Jordan Poole, 20 for Peavy, 17 for Derek Queen, who had a near triple-double. But it wasn't as good as John Conchar, Thurl Bailey's favorite. John Conchar. And so Utah comes out of this. Guys, there's really not a lot we can take from these stats at this point. Utah, by the way, had to rest Ace Bailey, which is becoming kind of a compliment to players. If you're not playing in these games, that is a compliment from Jazz management. You didn't play because you're too good. right? So we might not see Ace Bailey the rest of the season. It might be a lot of Bez and Bang. Look, by the way, oh my gosh. I tweeted this out a few days ago. Bez is going to play 48 minutes. Look at this. Bez played 48 minutes to lose this game. Incredible. He did go 12 for 18 from the field, though. 26 points for Bez and Bang. 5 steals, 3 assists, and 48 minutes. I love it. And if you give a 2-year contract to Bez and Bang and it earns you a top 3 or 4 pick in this draft, worth it. Kennedy Chandler, 43 minutes. I don't mind that at all, but he had 31 points. Kennedy Chandler. By the way, I got to give a shout out to Kennedy Chandler because at one point, John Conchar needed one more assist and there was like a minute left. And Kennedy Chandler made sure that Bez and Bang passed the ball to John Conchar so he could get the triple-double. He passes it to Hinson, who drives to the basket. In fact, let's just watch this right here. Let's see if it's here. I think it's the last play. Driving layup shot. Is this it? Yeah, look. Okay, watch. Look at... get off my... What the heck? No one wants that. Look, here's Kennedy Chandler right here. See how he's pointing? This is a good teammate. Look at this. Who's he pointing at? Hey, Bez, give the ball to Conchar. He needs one more assist for a triple-double. Good guy, Kennedy Chandler, baby. Right there. So then Conchar... Just simple little action here. Gives the ball to Hinson, who drives 2 bounces, and it's still an assist. So look, boom, boom. Hinson gets it, 2 bounces, layup, knew he had it. Boom, there's the triple-double right there. Great stuff. Shout out to Kennedy Chandler to make it happen. Shout out to John Conchar, Thurl Bailey's favorite. Thurl Bailey was so happy. He was just beaming over John Conchar getting the win. Or getting the triple-double. Not the win, although the Jazz did get the win by losing. Nope, not going to happen. You're not going to get it from me. I stopped it. It didn't even happen. So anyways, this is great stuff. I think Sacramento can win one of these games, and Utah can solidify the 4, avoid... What if Brooklyn wins out, guys? What if Brooklyn wins out the last 2 games? I'm so excited on this. They could win out. I mean, what if they win out 3? Oh my gosh. They are going to beat the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers have to lose these games. Look at this. Where is the Let's go here and look at it. So the Pacers 18-21 head to head. Both of these teams are going to try to lose. I can't believe it. They might win 3 in a row. Let's go to what if the Brooklyn Nets? Because here's what else is exciting. Here's what's really exciting. So Thursday, April 9th, that's 2 days from today, they played the Pacers. Very likely they win that game. I mean, that's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. It's a back end of a back-to-back to play the Bucks the next day, Friday, April 10th. And I believe that's in Milwaukee. Yeah, 6 o'clock Milwaukee. No way. Is this Barclays Center? Oh, that's in Brooklyn, so that's tough. That's tough. We need them to win these 2 games, and Utah passes them up. So everyone, we are now Brooklyn Nets fans. Every single one of us. Brooklyn Nets fans. Okay? We really need it. It would be really nice. Because if we get this 3 spot and you have 52%, that's big time. That is big time stuff. So very exciting. Very exciting. I can't believe this is happening. This is just so great. And we just need Sacramento to win one more. Just win one more, Sacramento. Just one more time. One more time. All right, guys. I don't know if there's much else to say. I mean, Bez and Bang played 48 minutes. Shout out to Sensabaugh, although he struggled to shoot it tonight a little bit, but he did have 18 points. We'll give him a break. Kennedy Chandler, big time score and triple double. Big congrats to John Conchar, 4 for 8 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3. He's quietly turning in a great 3-point shooting season. He started off like 1 for 18 from the Jazz, so I don't know if his 3-point shooting is going to look very good here. Let's see. Man, he's been in the league longer than I thought. Look at that. He came in 2019. Wow, he played for Memphis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in Memphis. I didn't even realize. Did anyone else realize that? But anyways, 3-point, 28%. Typically, he's in the upper 30s. Well, he had a 37, a 33. It's been better lately, 28%. But he went, like, honestly, 1 for 15 to start with the Jazz. Now it's turning around. We'll see. Solid player. And Blake Hinson, we know what he can do. Look at that. 2 for 5 from 3. All he does is make threes. Just a really good shooter. Just crazy. Look at this. For the Jazz, 3-point shooting, he's a 50% 3-point shooter. Guys. I'm sick as heck. But anyways, 50% for 3. That's crazy. Shout out to Blake Hinson. What a pickup. By the way, we'll end on that note, and then we'll do the lottery, and then we'll give the shout out. But the biggest benefit of tanking is you improve your draft pick, right? That's number one. That's why you do it. You can't win in this league without top-end talent, and the only way you get top-end talent is through the draft, especially if you're Utah. So that's what Utah's doing. But there are other benefits. You find out who of your rookies is legitimately good, and we know that, Cody Williams is a good player. Now, how good will be a question. He's still got a lot of developing to do, but we know that he's good. Ace Bailey has proven that he is got a really bright future for the Jazz. Filipowski has had some really nice moments. And Bryce Sensabaugh. But what we found out, too, bringing on Blake Hinson, Utah found a piece in Blake Hinson. He is like, it would be hard for me to not have him on this roster 3-4 years from now. Now, he's a little older, but if a guy's shooting mid-40s from 3, it's hard to not want that guy on your team, right? He's 26, but that's not like that old. He's kind of hitting his prime as a player. Definitely earning a contract with the Jazz. I'm really excited about Blake Hinson. He shoots the lights out, and it's nice to have him on the squad. So just a great signing. All right, let's see. So let's do the lottery. So let's refresh this. Looking pretty solid here. I don't know if this is completely accurate because Utah and Sacramento are technically tied. That was why it would have been nice if the Kings didn't try to screw things up today. But yeah. So anyways, I wonder if the Jazz call the front office about that today. Or just say, hey, you should watch the last 3 minutes of the Kings game and just let us know what you think for you guys finding the Jazz. Let us know what you think. All right, so let's make it dramatic. This is the order. If the lottery was today, what would happen? Let's see. So, Memphis, Miami, Portland, Golden State. Looks pretty chalk. Chicago. All right, Jazz keep their pick. Dallas stays. Oh, Jazz jumped. Oh, well, just a 6. But I'll take 6 over 7. Oh, the Pacers drop out of the top 4, lose their pick to the Clippers. Atlanta gets the 3rd pick from the Pelicans. And the Washington Wizards finally get their number 1 pick. Poor Brooklyn getting the 4, but hey, not too bad. Utah drops just 2. So if we go to Tankathon, go to the mock draft, which I like Tankathon's mocks. I don't know. I'm not big on Kingston Flemings. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm not big on small guards. He looks smaller to me than 6'4". Just doesn't look 6'4" to me. But anyways, 6 gets Utah a choice. If this is how it pans out, a choice between Keaton Wagler, Acuff, Ament, Michael Brown. I'm taking Michael Brown. I like him. I am. And I don't care. All right, let's refresh this just to make sure everything is correct. All right, here we go. All right, let's give a shout out to our all-stars tonight. Let's give a shout out to Justin Time, Justin Solace. See ya, Lexa later. Shake 'em and bake 'em, KSN. Ryan Perry, the legend, the name means king. Just buckets, JB. Ball so hard, ball stat. Jace is the ace, Garner. Steve Areno Stucer, let him cook sturdy pots. Ezekiel Raicibe, the man from down under. Tyson Price, the price is right. Jordan the GOAT, Bessroll. Christian House Money to Haas. Robert Hall of Fame, Arcs Poetica. Austin R. Grant, editor extraordinaire. Jazz Forge, the OG. And Patrick Kakubo, the connoisseur. Guys, it was a successful night. Even though the Kings cheated, it still was great. Things are coming up Millhouse for Jazz fans. And let's just hope things can continue to improve. I think the Jazz have a real shot to jump. All right, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow on Twitch, and give me a review on the podcast. I would appreciate it.